And welcome back. Chikan is interesting, but way too hard for me, Aces says. That's how I feel about Echo. That's how I feel about a lot of games. I appreciate the technical mechanics. Double swords. I'm certainly gonna give it a go. I'd like to play more and more Genesis games. I mean, I guess I'd like to play more games on every system. Hey, Subject Omega, welcome in. You dodged a bullet tonight. We just finished with Echo, and we're just switching over to Contra. So this is an ongoing first playthrough of Contra Advance. I have made it all the way up to the boss of stage 5, but I haven't managed to beat that boss or see beyond that point. So I have played both Contra 3 on the Super NES and Hardcore on the Genesis, and I've beaten both games. So like I kind of know the content of this game, but there could still be some surprises yet. I don't like this game very much. I love 8-bit Contra games. All right, on the NES, I love Contra and Super C. Super C is my favorite Contra game. Operation C on the Game Boy is all right. It's not great, not terrible. Contra 3, again, all right. I don't love it the way a lot of people do. Um, it's fine. It's good. I'm definitely, happy to play it a lot, but I don't love it the way I love the 8-bit games. Hardcore on the Genesis I like more than 3, but again, still it's still not an 8-bit. It still doesn't rise to the heights of the 8-bit games. And Contra Adventure on the PlayStation is okay. It's not a very good game, but it's okay. It's interesting. Parts of it are really good. So those are all the Contra games I've played so far. I've got a lot to get through. This is the first one. This is the first Contra game that I've gotten to though, where it's like I actively don't want to play it again. All the other ones I could happily pick up and play again. And like I definitely will. This one I don't want to play again. I do want to beat it. It was a painful game, wasn't it? Echo, yeah, Echo is torment. I'm still not done with Echo. I'm gonna have to play it more because I still haven't managed to beat it. And I'm committed to finishing it, so I'm gonna have to play it again on Friday this week. But yeah, it didn't happen tonight. Thank you for the pistachios, Gurisoma. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I think it's safe to just stand here and have a little snack. I decided to pick up Advance Wars Reboot Camp. Time to lose all of my militarized units in an attempt to save the world. I haven't tried an Advance Wars game. I don't know. I don't have a... They're like kind of a strategy type games, right? My only real strategy game experience is probably Pikmin. I think Pikmin's the closest I've gotten to strategy. No, I haven't played a Fire Emblem game. Nintendo's RTS. I mean, I've seen screenshots of Advance Wars. I don't think that it's really a whole lot like Pikmin, but I'm just saying that's my closest point of reference. I like Pikmin. I like Pikmin quite a bit. I've only played 1 and 2 so far, though. Should probably play Pikmin 4, or at least the demo. I've heard Pikmin 4 is pretty good. I don't know that it, you know, I feel like, well, I don't know. It's gonna be a while before I get to Pikmin 4. No. Advance Wars is closer to Fire Emblem. It's a tactical RPG. Yeah, I've never played anything that's in that sort of genre. Want to go through each game one by one? The Pikmin games? Pikmin 1, Pikmin 1 is my favorite of the 2 that I've played. Pikmin 2 is, like, objectively the better game, but I like... Pikmin 2 is, like... I think is objectively the better game, but... Pikmin 1 was more special because of, like... Because of the first one I played, right? It gets bonus points for being sort of fresh and new. But I like the focus of Pikmin 1. Pikmin 1 feels... like, Pikmin 1 feels tight and focused, and Pikmin 2 is... sometimes too big of a game. Yeah, I have picked up a copy of Pikmin 3. So, yeah, we're gonna do them. We're gonna stick to them in order. Probably do Pikmin 3 sometime next year, though. I think probably in the spring. Makes sense to me. Sometimes an open world can be a little too open. Yeah, Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 is just, it's a much bigger game. There's a lot to do in it. Which is a good thing, but like, just by the time I did everything, I was like, I was kind of worn out. I've heard that Pikmin's music is special since it adapts to the fly, on the fly to what's going on. I think that's the case. I have to say, though, I didn't really take in the music for a lot of Pikmin. Music is one aspect of games that, for whatever reason, it takes a long time for the music of a game to sink in for me. I think part of that, well, it's always been the case, but I think that problem of like me kind of ignoring the game music a lot of times is compounded by playing games on the stream because I talk over them so much. I think I miss out on a lot of the music, or you know, it doesn't sink in for me the way I wish it would. Like if you made a mixed CD with like music sampled from all the games I played on stream, I would fail to identify an embarrassing portion of them, I'm sure, because I've spent so much time talking over them. I don't know why I'm doing so awful here against this guy. I'm rusty. I haven't tried this game in a while. Oh, that's like running into the first Goomba in Mario. The very first enemy. Let's restart. I think you'd probably recognize Echo at least. I mean, I definitely recognize a couple of the tunes. As much as I try to forget them. You were mentioning, Baron Metz, that I don't remember if you said you came up with your name 8 years ago, your screen name 8 years ago, or when you were 8 years old. I remember the number 8, but I don't remember exactly what you said, but I was thinking, you know, I became Agent Frownie because of a joke I made in high school, so... It's kind of funny how, like, a little name made up so long ago under such a different context can kind of stick in different ways. Hey Salem, kind of wish this was in the Contra collection. I mean, it kind of is, right? It's just split into its original games. I'm not crazy about this game. I mean, why not throw it in the Contra collection if they have all the other ones in there? Like, if, like, I do feel like they might as well have added it, but I don't know. I don't like this one very much, so I don't feel like a whole lot is lost. I prefer the OG Contra, to be honest. If I vastly prefer the NES games. I love Contra and Super C on the NES. One thing that kind of bums me out about Advance Wars is you can't have AI versus AI battles to just watch the machine compete against itself. I can't imagine I would ever get much use out of a feature like that myself, but it does seem like kind of like one of those things where, like, why not add it, right? Whenever I was playing Counter-Strike and Team Fortress 2 in the late 90s, basically, and then WoW in 04. When I was 8, alright, well, not 8 years ago, when you're 8, probably earlier. I'm the guy to just sit back and watch the AI go for it. Hey, you might... I mean, it might be a good way to learn something about the game, right? You could see the AI do something that you never thought to do. Thank goodness. What a silly boss. No Contra since has been as good as the NES one, Salem says. Yeah, that's the way that I kind of feel so far. I mean, I haven't played through the whole series, but the NES ones are really where it's at for me. I hate this. It's so hard to jump over the obstacles because your character attaches to the grappling thing. The, like, rail or whatever. It's just ugly, because it's deaths that you don't feel responsible for. No one likes that. No one likes that feeling of being robbed by the game like that. How could you? I could see some decent strategies on some maps. Oh, and yeah, the Frownie name, so like the name Agent Frownie dates back to high school for me, but I can't say that I used it for anything else, like, between then and the stream. It was really just kind of a happy accident that I remembered it and found it available on a, you know, to use on a couple different platforms. I am going to lose this life for sure. There's pretty much no way I was gonna protect myself from those enemies with the laser gun. That was a mistake to pick that up. Hey, welcome back, Game and Fit. I couldn't take that awful noise of echo any longer. No worries. I wouldn't want to ask you to subject yourself to anything intolerable. The background here, look at this background with the moon and the clouds. It looks pretty painfully simplistic. I can't imagine that's what it looked like on the Super Nintendo. Surely they put more effort into it there. Actually, I was talking about the commentary. Ouch. Your words hurt, Game and Fit. This boss fight here is one of the best boss fights in Contra. I really like this boss fight. I don't like it as much in this version, of course. I don't like anything in this version as much as the Super NES, but this boss fight on the Super NES is really good. The screen crunch here makes it kind of irritating because it's really hard to get away. It's really hard to get away from those laser eyes with the ceiling being so low. My stomach is still upset from those sunflower seeds. It's been a long time and my stomach is still upset. I mean, it hasn't really been upset this whole time. It kind of comes and goes. But it feels really bad right now. This part here is really annoying on the GBA. All of this segment with the low ceiling drives me crazy. The only plus is the portability. Playing games like this portable is such a difficult thing to do. Small screen, your fingers all jumbled up together. Yeah. I think that 16-bit games ported to the Game Boy Advance, I think was a bad idea. I think when it comes to the Game Boy Advance library, like the move that you want to do really is to stick with games made for the GBA originally. At least when it comes to games with a lot of action in them. You know, like a more static game, like an RPG, probably doesn't matter. But any sort of action-heavy game, the screen crunch just makes it intolerable. This is bad because these homing missiles are going to betray me. I'm certain they're going to betray me. They did, but not in the way that I expected. Just let the enemy go right through them. I think it's impossible to jump over that fire. Something else that's impossible is this boss. I know firsthand, playing intense games on the Switch is a chore, Game and Fit says. In handheld mode, that is. My Switch, I never use my Switch in handheld mode. The gimmick of the Switch, I think, is a really great gimmick. But, like, if they, like, with the Switch 2, if they released, like, a slightly cheaper version that didn't switch, I would go for that before I would go for the one that does. No. I feel like I'm getting some terrible missile patterns. They're all like perfectly lined up with each other, so they explode all at the same time. That's what you don't want. Hey, we made it through. I don't have a lot of continues left. Introducing the Nintendo Stuck. We use Gorilla Glue. I love it. Monster Hunter kind of made its bones on portable devices, Met says, but trying the 3DS ones require you to do such a weird claw motion with the controls. It'd probably give you a very unique version of arthritis if you did it a lot. That sounds less than ideal. Oh no, I did not want the laser. How'd I end up stuck with this one? Didn't find Rise and GU on the Switch in portable mode to be too bad. Might just be because it's not the 3DS. I'll play Advance Wars normally on a first playthrough and then go back, compare my strategies to a perfect score run, Subject Omega says. Talking about the really intense games like Cuphead or Doom Eternal, Game and Fit says. Cuphead, I wouldn't want to play Cuphead with Joy-Cons, that's for sure. Wow, the laser annihilated that enemy. I'm gonna stick with the laser. Hopefully it works really well against this boss, too. This boss has an attack that I think is unavoidable. This attack here, I think that's unavoidable. You can't duck under it, and I've not been able to jump over it, so... I think you're supposed to slide through it on hardcore, but you don't have a slide in this game. It's such a gross version of this. Played Cuphead with my niece on the Switch. The game makes my eyes and brain hurt, Met says. I'm totally bored. I don't know what to do. If I play something fun, I'll regret it. I've hit my max today. I should sleep, but I'm not tired, Game and Fit says. I don't know what the best strategy for this guy is. I knew that. I saw that thing coming for me. I should have moved. I don't know why I was so stubbornly insistent on just standing in place. Oh, we were doing so well. No. From the top. Cuphead is the equivalent of having a boxer stand behind a curtain and fire blind punches at you. I really enjoyed Cuphead. We did a run for, we got A+ on every level and boss. Could go back and get S ranks at some time, I think. Boy, it was so difficult just to get the A+ though. But I need to at least do the DLC. You know that, like, generic funeral music that is used a lot in, like, cartoons and video games? The, like, dun 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 dun. Does anyone ever actually have that music played at their funeral? Like, I've been to a lot of weddings with, like, the stereotypical, like, wedding songs being actually performed. But I don't think I've ever been to a funeral with the stereotypical funeral music actually being performed. I think I remember going to a funeral where it was played. That seems really wild to me. I bow to you, sir, for the Cuphead. Well, thank you. It was definitely not because I was good at it. It's just because I was persistent. It took a long time. The dragon boss is really tough. After the dragon, it got a little easy for a while, and it wasn't really until, like, King Dice and the devil at the end that it got super hard again, I feel like. And by kind of easy, I mean not I mean it only took a few hours to do every other boss, Not that it, you know, not that it was actually easy, just comparatively. It's been a long time and my mind wasn't on the music, Met says. Understandable. I think part of the problem with Cuphead's having a second player on the screen might be easier with less clutter on the screen. I've only played it single player, so I can't really say. If I made my own Advance Wars game, Subject Omega says, I'd add 3 features. AI versus AI battles, custom armies, being able to choose the order, which cannon army goes first instead of just Orange Star, Blue Moon, Green Earth, the set list there. Instead, you can rearrange which armies go in what order if you want to play as a specific color, but also go first. I don't have the experience to weigh in on those changes. I trust they would be for the better. Good night, Frownie, and good night, chat. Good night, Angelus. Thank you again for the raid. Sleep well, my friend, and have a wonderful tomorrow. It took me about 10 to 12 tries per boss to get to a point where my niece could finish it off, but the balloon boss was the hardest of those we tried, I think. 10 to 12 tries is, like, not bad at all. So you have a cool looking army of your own, and choose what color armies go in what turn order. So you have a purple army. Well, that's what I would sign up for. Yeah, I think being able to, I think that makes sense. You know, being able to prioritize the turn order, how you see fit. The current, like, if I understand the current setup correctly, it seems odd to me that it's set up the way it is, because it just basically incentivizes one choice over everything else. That hardly seems like a good idea. Defeating this guy with the laser gun just really feels impossible. No! Ah! That was very bad. An attempt was made. Things should have gone differently. Oh no, I missed out on my cluster bomb. Yeah, I kind of think that the order should be randomized. Especially for like human versus human battles. Fire off the specifically AI only and adjustable order ideas to the devs and see what they have to say. Couldn't hurt. Custom armies can wait for another game. Thank you for the GG Mets. There really should not be unavoidable death traps or unavoidable damage in a game with one-hit kills. Force damage is irritating in any situation, but just unacceptable. I mean, there may be a way to jump over that thing, but I'm not feeling it. Thank you for the GG as well, Subject Omega, by the way. Thank you, thank you. Uh-oh. Now you can take out the gun so that it won't shoot, theoretically. Doesn't work very well. Nothing works very well. Even in the future, nothing works. If I ever beat this, I've got to celebrate by playing the NES Contra games. I think I've earned a good Contra experience. Don't know why I died there. That guy was a mile away from me. I don't know why that counted as a hit, but of course it did. I got lucky there because I did not time that jump very well. It's the first time, maybe not in forever, but certainly in a long time, that I've had the specific missile that I was jumping to blown up on my way to it. They got me good. So frustrating because that guy got really close to me while I was trying to wait for that homing missile to disappear because I don't want to collect it. But I ended up getting hit and losing my... I think that there was room. I think there was room there. Oh, it's going bad. Why is it not damaging this? So really, I'm just hoping for good RNG from this guy. Bad RNG. How much health does this guy have? Like, we did so much damage right at the beginning while he was building himself, but, like... I know that shouldn't, like, count in the same way, because it would be really cheap if I killed him before he even got to move. But then, my goodness. It goes on forever. Alright, my friends. I think we're actually going to wrap things up here. I wanted to do... I kind of want to do another round, but... my stomach's still kind of upset from those sunflower seeds. I think we're going to call it a night. We'll come back to this. I've been stuck here for a while. Same boss. At least we made it there, though. At least we made it to that boss, and we made it to Phase 3 a couple times, so... slowly but surely. We'll play this again on Friday. Friday's going to be just like tonight. Be Echo in the first part and Contra in the second. Hopefully someday I'll beat at least one of these games. But we're gonna raid out. I'm gonna see what's I'll get to talking about the devs about my ideas eventually, Subject Omega says. I get a Twitter or something. Hopefully they are well received. Let me take a moment, see who's live, see what they're doing, and we'll head out with a raid. I don't know what game this is. I should be back tomorrow night, my friends. Plan for tomorrow night is to play as many Aladdin games as I can get through. We're going to start the night with the Super NES Aladdin. That one won't be a problem. I'm really familiar with that game. Then we'll play the Genesis Aladdin, and hopefully I'll be able to make it through that one. I'm less confident, but pretty sure. I mean, I've beaten it before. But we're going to try and get through both of those, and then I'm going to look at portable Aladdin games as well, however many we have the time for. Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, whatever there is. Excuse me. And we'll just play a whole bunch of Aladdin games. If we somehow finish all of them and there's time left, we might do something else like a Altered Beast run or something like that. But the plan is just Aladdin tomorrow. Thursday night, the plan is Commodore 64 games. So just play a variety of games there. And then another night like tonight on Friday. Target startup time is 11 p.m. Central Time, generally. I've been showing up late every night this week. I hope to break that pattern and start showing up on time, but if I'm not here right on time, that doesn't necessarily mean the stream isn't going to happen. It probably just means I'm running late, but I'll let you know in the Discord what's going on. I'm going to send us in the direction of Mr. Suffer. Just a heads up, Mr. Suffer's stream is not family friendly. There will be mature language, conversation topics in this direction. But he's got a really great stream. He does a lot of retro stuff. Definitely not afraid of a challenge. Usually pretty high energy. Might be a little louder and more high energy than what we have going on around here. So just a heads up about that too. But if you come along, I'm sure you have a pretty good time. Good night, Frownie. Good night, Subject Omega. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here. As always, very greatly appreciate your company. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. I hope that you are well until I get to see you again, and I hope that happens in the very near future. But we're out of stuff to do for tonight. It's time to head out. Let's go on an adventure.